In this video, I will be taking 10 emojis and making them ultra realistic. The smiling face is universally recognized worldwide. That means we will need to start with someone who is known by everyone, Donald Trump. Let's cut around the face. Now that smile isn't smiley enough. I recently found out you can now adjust the facial features, so let's just slide these all the way. Perfect. Let's do those eyes as well. Okay, let's fill in the rest of the emoji with his skin texture. I think you do this by selecting around the face and using the content aware fill thing, and it seems like I was correct. The next step is to cut out the eye and mouth onto new layers, so that now I can create a blank canvas from his skin. Here comes the fun part. Let's enlarge that mouth and warp that a bit. That's the mouth done. Now I'm going to stretch that eye. If I duplicate this and flip it. Nice, it's symmetrical now. Finally, let's add some shadows. When I look at Elon Musk, I see something unhuman-like. There's something slightly off about him. So let's turn him into the vampire emoji. Firstly, we need a vampire costume and a Elon Musk. Let's cut the head off. We might need to let's just quickly crop the costume. I'll just stretch it into place. And let's put them together. Okay, now we can blend these together. Perfect. Let's slide in some teeth. Now let's make him look like a vampire. If we desaturate the skin, for the eyes I'm going to create a red color layer and cut it into a circle. Now let's blend it in and copy it over to the next eye. Now I think that's finished. The awkward emoji has some defining features. The visible teeth, the empty eyes, that long stretched mouth. Let's use this as a checklist, but first let's put some skin on it. Okay, now let's begin. Those teeth? There's one image that comes to mind.
Here's Johnny!
I'm just gonna select around that mouth. Let's stretch it a bit. That's too off our list. Now for those empty eyes, let's look some up. Right, why is Mark Zuckerberg here? But these will do. Let's select that. Mask it. And I think a bit of feathering will fix that. Let's duplicate the eye. And flip that over? I mean, that's a bit terrifying, but I think that's quite accurate. Okay, I'm now just missing a shadow. I think that's as realistic as it can get. So the Moai statue is made from rock, and who is also a rock? Can you see it all adds up? Let's remove the background. Now let's warp him into place. Let's push this here. And over here. Maybe. If I move it here. This is terrible. Maybe I should try with the puppet warp tool. Okay, this is slightly better. Let's move this into place. This is looking far better. I mean, it looks slightly weird. Let's just finish this. But this will do. To finish this off, let's put a rock texture on that. And blend it in. Now let's finally turn down that saturation. What does this emoji remind you of when you look at it? Does this individual come to mind? As I've done every time, let's cut around the face and expand it. So for this one, I'm going to just select the face of the emoji. So if I mask it onto a new layer, I'll just be able to clip it. This is perfect. Let's move it into place. So the hair, we need something a bit more neater. So what do you think? Much neater, isn't it? Let's just steal it. And let's stretch this. Now that is perfect. Those sides need fixing. Let's just clone some of the other hair. Wow. This is perfect. Possibly the best thing I've ever made. But let's quickly cover some of that hairline. We need more emotion. Let's turn whatever that is into a smile. Let's turn this up all the way. For this emoji, I think the perfect candidate is Logan Paul. In particular, this spectacle. Let's skip this part because it gets really boring. I'm gonna just make the mouth sadder. That's not exactly sad enough. I'll just warp it a bit more. Okay, that's slightly more sad, which is perfect. And as a finishing touch. Oh my god, why does it do this every time? it's slightly unfair that deaf people can't fully appreciate emojis. So let's translate some. I'm going to start with the red square emoji. Let's look up what the sign for red is. Okay. So this should be easy. All you need to do is put your finger up to your mouth. That's quite simple. I'll just use a random person. I want to just remove the background and create a curve here. And now all we need is a hand. Quickly I'll remove the background and color match it. Now for yellow. For this one, you just need to kind of just make a fake phone. Let's grab a hand and just place some points at the end of all the fingers. Let's drag this down here. Oh, right, maybe if I put some points here. For fuck's sake, I give up. The sun with face emoji. This is probably quite predictable. There's really not much to do here. I've already done this concept before. All I need to do is... Who is this? This is a nobody. The villain emoji needs to symbolize something. It needs to actually be evil. Who comes to mind when you think of evil? You might be thinking of Voldemort or the Joker, maybe even Scar. But who is the greatest villain of them all? The one and only Megamind! Let's put him into Photoshop. Let's just generate the outfit part. Wow, these are incredible. Now the original emoji has a mask. Let's select around the general area and then deselect around those eyes. Okay, now generate. That's not what I'm looking for. Let's try this again with a reference image. Wow, incredible. The original emoji also has some wild looking hair, so let's generate some wild hair. Perfect.